When we spoke to Atticus later, Jim started to cry. I'd never seen my father so close to bit. He said, I don't know how they've done it, but they did it. They've done it before, they did it today, and they'll do it again. And when they do it, it seems only children will. As for Bob Yule, he expected to emerge from that courthouse in town here, but that wasn't the case. Atticus had assured his last shred of credibility. All Yule got for his pain was, it was okay. We convicted the Negro, but now you go back to your dump. This made Yule very angry, and he started making threats. This time we should have believed him. This time, he was telling the truth. Meanwhile, I ran home ahead of my brother and did. I'd hidden a note in the knothole, thinking whoever it was that left the night surprises. I was hoping to find answers, but all I found was
cement. Someone's filled it up with cement.
Anything the matter?
No, sir. Nothing's the matter. It's just someone's filled the knothole with cement.
Ah, filled it up.
Well, why would you go and do a thing like that, sir?
Trees dying. You plug them in cement when they're sick. You ought to know that, Miss Jean Louise.
That tree don't look sick to me. Whoever carved those sculptures, it sure wasn't him.
Hey, Scout, why'd you run off? You scared of old Mr. Yule?
I most certainly was not.
I don't get why you have to say all those mean things from the courthouse. He's side one after all.
But he hasn't run really. We can still do something.
Dale, the minute Miss Mail opened her mouth, Tom Robinson wasn't dead to me.
I am absolutely surprised at you children. Did Atticus give you permission to go to court? Why are we seen over in the colored balcony? Several people mentioned it. Wasn't it right close over there? Hush, Stephanie. Do you think it's wise for children?
We've made this town this way for them. They might as well learn to cope with it.
At least they don't have to wallow in it.
What happened in court is as much as part of Maycomb as missionary teas.
Well, excuse me. I don't suppose they're interested anyways. Sorry you had to see your daddy get beat.
When I get grown, I think I'm gonna be a clown.
What, Dale?
Yes, a clown. Because there's not one thing I can do about people. So I'll just join the circus and laugh my head off.
You got it all backwards, Dale. Clowns are sad. It's people that laugh at them.
I'm gonna be a new kind of clown. I'm gonna stand in the middle of the ring and laugh at their faces.
Don't listen to what she says about Atticus.
What do you mean?
I simply would like you to know that there are some men in this world who are born to do unpleasant jobs for us. Your father's one of them.
Oh, well...
Don't you oh well me, sir. You're just not old enough to understand what I said.
But Miss Maudie, I thought Maycomb folks were the nicest folks in the world.
We're the safest folks in the world. We're so rarely called on to be Christians, but when we are, we got men like Atticus to go on for us.
Hey, Miss Maudie, who else is like Atticus?
The handful of people in this town who think fair play isn't marked white only.
But who? Who else supported Tom Robinson?
His friends for one. People like us. We exist too. People like Judge Taylor. People like Keck Tate. Start using your head, Jem. Didn't it ever strike you that Atticus defending Tom was no accident? That he might have had his reasons?
It's right, Jim. Usually, Judge Taylor appoints some new lawyer for cases like this.
You're beginning to realize there's a little bit more to it than you thought. Whether Maycomb knows it or not, we're appointing your father the highest position we can pay a man. We trust him to do right.
Well, if we all trust him so much, why did he get beat today?
Miss Stephanie talks nonsense. Maybe he didn't get an acquittal, but he got something. I was sitting in that courtroom waiting, and as I waited, I thought, Atticus Finch won't win. He can't win. But he's the only man in these parts who can keep a trial going for this long. And I thought to myself, take a note of this time in this place. It's 1935, and it's Maycomb, Alabama. And we're taking a step. It's just a baby step, but it's a step. I'm gonna go back to my house now and I'm gonna make a cake. And I'd be mighty pleased if you guys would come and have some of my cake.
I'd love to.
Thank you, Miss Maudie.
Mr. Dill?
Yes, ma'am. I will go to Rachel's house and stop by and tell her what happened.
All right, Dale.
Bye, Dave.
But they trust him to do right. Bye. See you later. We're all gonna have some cake.
I reckon we ought to go home, too. Tom Robinson was taken to the infield prison farm, about 70 miles away. Atticus thought he had a good chance for a new trial, but Tom just couldn't hope anymore. His old employer made a new job for Helen, but she had to pass the old place every day. They shouted and chucked things at her till Tate made them desist. The only man to ever be fired from the WPA for laziness was Yule. Somehow he blamed that on Atticus too. Said Atticus took his job. Yule started making these awful threats, and suddenly death was among us. First it was Mrs. DeBose. Jim had started over to read to her when he'd been stopped by Cal. She'd gone over to lend a hand, and the doctor had just told her what had happened. And Jim found out why he'd been reading to her. She'd been given morphine for pain and become an addict, but she wanted to leave this world beholden to nobody and nothing. Jim's reading was a distraction. It was a help.
So that's why you wanted me to read to her. Her views differed from mine on a lot of subjects. But I was glad she asked you to read to her because I wanted you to see what real courage is.
Got some good news for you, Finch.
Courage is not a man with a knife in his hand. Jem, it's when you know your lick before you begin. But you begin anyway. And you would see it through to the end no matter what. You rarely win. But sometimes you do. Mrs. DuBose won all right. All 98 pounds of her.
Don't you want to hear it, Finch?
Mr. Finch, Cal, please.
Helen, what happened? What's wrong?
Atticus!
Cal, could you,
One of the children.
It's not one of the children.
what is it?
I'll tell you. They shot that black son bitch.
Tom's dead.
Mr. Finch, how could they shoot Tom?
Heck, I
He was running. It was during their exercise period. They say he broke into a blind raven charge at the fence and started climbing over, right in front of him.
Oh my God, Cal, you take Helen and go inside, all right? Your children go inside too.
They put 17 bullet holes in it.
I said go inside.
Mr. Finch, how could they shoot Tom?
Helen, to them he was just an escaping prisoner, all right? He wasn't Tom.
Why didn't he wait for the appeal?
I don't know. I told him we had a chance. But that's all it was a chance. I guess he was just tired of white men's chances.
Ain't it just like a color to cut and run?
Come on, Helen, let's go inside.
Is there anything more you'd like to say, Mr. Yule?
Yeah. It's one down and 2 to go. Guess who's next?
I think I keep a shotgun loaded with 00.
He doesn't have a shotgun.
I can't believe that Bob Yule would come after me like that. But if he does, I'll take care of him.
I expect you would.
Did they really shoot Tom up that much, Heck?
There's talk, but I don't know. Be careful, Mr. Finch.
Sure. Thanks, Heck.
Atticus, I'm worried about you, and I think you should get a
I
job.
told you twice to go inside. Now let's all go inside and be with Helen. But remember, she's heard enough about guns.
Atticus was underestimating what anger and sick frustration could do to an already unbalanced man. The night we found out, there was to be a pageant at school, and Jim said he'd take me. It was to be our longest journey together. All day it had been looking like raining. Jim thought that it'd be over by the time he got home. But just in case, he brought a flashlight.
What's wrong? You scared of little Hans?
Incantations, secret signs. I'm too old for all this.
Angel bright, life and death. Get off the road. Don't suck my breath.
Off, Jim. You're not funny.
You just scared to go about a blue rabbit place.
And no. Besides, you hear that, Mom? You would never. Jim, turn your light back home.
I can't. It won't go.
How is it to see what we're
Here,
doing?
grab my hand. Tell us you can treat.
The trip home from the pageant was more eventful. It had been in and out of heavy rain clouds all day. But there was this silence. The kind of silence that comes before a thunderstorm. We'd been walking a long time before Jim stopped suddenly. He said he thought he heard something. I thought he was just trying to scare me, but that wasn't it. We walked a few more steps and Jim stopped again. I still didn't hear anything, so we kept going. This time I stopped because I heard something.
Are you still here?
You're not too far from the tree now, Scout.
Think we ought to sing?
No, Scout. Get real quiet.
Jim? A lot of noise.
I hear it. Run! Run, Scout!
Jim, I fell. I
Where'd you go?
Someone help us.
Get the hell up! Oh!
Jim, are you okay?
Who was it? Jim. Oh God, Jim. Cal, call Dr. Reynolds. Tell him it's urgent. Just send him down. Scout. Where's Scout? Scout!
I'm here, Attica.
Oh God. Come here.
I'm okay. And that man's gone, but there's something awful with death.
You're all right.
Attica. Is Jim gonna die?
No, he's just unconscious. I think he broke his arm.
Is Scout all right?
Yeah, she's all right.
I'm okay. Wait. How is Jim gonna die?
Oh, he's just unconscious from the pain. He's gonna be all right.
Okay. Can I go see him? Yes.
Cal, I want you to call Heck Tate, all right? Tell him that somebody's been after my children.
But I don't understand. Who would do this to us?
After 10 forevers, the doctor finally came out and told us what was wrong with Jim. He said it looked like someone tried to wring Jim's arm off and that it was going to be a long time before Jim could play football again. He made sure to reassure me, though, that Jim wasn't dead, just under sedation. Meanwhile, Heck Tate had been investigating, and when he came back, he was acting sort of strange.
Atticus?
Come on in, Heck. I can't conceive of anyone who would do something like this.
Let's stay outside.
What is it, Heck?
Bob Yule's yonder with the kitchen knife stuck up under his ribs. He's dead, Mr. Finch.
Dead, Heck. Are you sure?
Good and dead. He won't hurt these children again.
But I thought that...
The low-down, mean-as-hell skunk with a flicker in him to kill children.
I thought he got it out of him the day that he spat at me in court. And if he didn't, well, I thought I'd be the one he'd come after.
Now you know better. Scout, he broke Jim's arm and grabbed you. Then what happened?
Well, someone came
Who was
outside.
it?
Well, I reckon he can tell you his name, sir. Hey, Will.
His rightful name is Arthur. Jean Louise, this is Mr. Arthur Radley. Would you like to Go inside. You could sit next to Jim.
I can take you if you'd like. Just go down the stairs and the first door to the left.
Well,
That's
I
Jim.
suppose the right thing to do is, well, Jim's a minor, of course, so it'll come before a county court.
What will, Mr. Finch?
And of course, it's clear-cut self-defense.
Agnes, do you think Jem killed Bob Ewell?
It was dark. Jim probably got a hold of
It
Ewell's
wasn't
knife.
Jem.
Well, then who was it?
I'll tell you. Bob Ewell fell on his knife. He killed himself.
Now, heck, I know you're doing this from the kindness of your own heart, but I can't go around town saying one thing and then saying another at home. If I do, I'll lose them.
Mr. Finch, I hate to fight you when you're like this. You've been under strain no man should ever have to go through. Maybe that's why you're not putting two and two together.
If Jim didn't
Of
do
course
it,
it wasn't Jem. His arm is broken.
that means,
Put that thought out of your mind, Mr. Finch. I already told you what happened.
heck, I think
This
we
isn't
should.
your decision, Mr. Finch. It's all mine. It's my decision and my responsibility, and there ain't much you can do about it.
I don't think.
There's a black man dead for no reason, and the white man responsible for it is dead too. So let the dead bury the dead this time, Mr. Finch.
I don't think I can.
Now, I never heard tell it's against the law for a citizen to do his utmost to prevent a crime from being committed, which is exactly what Boo Radley did. Now, maybe you'll say it's my responsibility to tell the whole town about it and I'll hush it up. But do you know what happened then? Every woman in Macomb, including my wife, will be knocking on his door, bringing him angel food cakes. To my way of thinking, bringing a man like that with his shy ways into the limelight, that's a sin. And it may not be much, Mr. Finch, but I am still sheriff of Macomb County. Bob Ewell found his knife. Good night, sir.
Scout. Bob Ewell fell on his knife. Can you possibly understand?
Well, it seems to me, sir, what Heck said about,
Jean Louise, will you take me home?
of course.
Arthur? Thank you for my children, Arthur.
I remember. The moon had come out, the storm had passed over, and I was being escorted by Boo Radley. He went inside, and I never saw him again, but standing there on Boo's porch, I saw something else. I saw a young girl and boy shouting, running to meet their father coming home. The boy going after camellias, and the children excited about surprises found in the knot hole. And then a stormy night. And those children needed him. Atticus, I was already beginning to stand in other people's shoes. The thing you wanted, Atticus, but did you ever know, Atticus, about what Heck said earlier about bringing Boo Radley out into the limelight? He was right.
How so?
Well, it'd be sort of like shooting a mockingbird, wouldn't it?
Yes. Yes, it would.
But Atticus didn't know. After all those hateful things we said about him, he was real nice.
Most people are, Scout. When you finally see them.